being arrested for failing to show up. But if somebody goes away, the judge says, no, you're not going to be appointed a lawyer, you're not going to be appointed a public defender, and they go away, they can't find a public defender because they can't afford one. They can't work out a deal with a criminal lawyer. And they come back to court and say, Your Honor, I can't find a lawyer to represent me. Then there'll be another inquiry about finances. The point here is no one will ever be required to stand in front of a judge or a jury trying their case on their own. Everyone will get a lawyer. Now, the quality of lawyers differs, just like the quality of auto mechanics differs, the quality of chefs differs, and someone who's appointed a public defender doesn't have the right to say, I don't like this one, I want that one, unless there are, fundamental issues with that public defender. But that also reinforces a point that on the telephone, you do have the ability to say, if somebody says, I don't like this public defender that I have, I want you to help me find another lawyer. I mean, it is not advice, it's not legal advice, it's just human condition statement. You always have the right to ask your public defender why they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you think they're supposed to do, and you always have the right to talk to their supervisor. How many of us, when we get something in the restaurant that we're not happy with, the food's cold or this isn't what I ordered, we tell the server, this is not what I wanted. And if the server is rude, sometimes we go to the supervisor and say, you know what, I'm not getting the service I'm supposed to get. And that's really what it's no different in the legal field. So people have to be their own advocates as it relates to legal services, generally. And you can point that out to your callers. I'm sure that's not going to be a very, very detailed telephone call, but people can be reminded about the right. They have the right to speak up. Okay, so for the most part, well, not for the most part, no one will be required to try a case without a lawyer. Yes?
I was on a phone call just a couple weeks ago where the police officer had entered the home of someone that obviously had mental health issues. I mean, they were seriously just going off on these cops, saying like every swear word in the book, just like, you don't have the right to be in my home, and they probably didn't. He was telling me they had no warrant, but yet they were there searching his home. And then in the midst of that, the guy that was screaming, he was just totally off the chain, and he said, I guess they took him down because he threw like a piece of paper or something at the cops, but they took him down, and the phone fell out of his hand, and he was sitting, and he was a disabled person, so he was